There are no secrets in conference play. They know you, you know them, and there's always a little trickle of bad blood here and there, particularly when both teams are ranked as these two are in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. 3A Sports College football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. How about this for a start? Open with an onside kick, swipe of possession, big time risky, and also very confident. In the sumo set with the big boys. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this week.
And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. Guys, Oklahoma's transition to the SEC in 2024 taught them a lesson that you might be able to get by at times without offensive consistency, but you won't thrive. So what kind of pressure, David, is the new guy under center under?
A lot of pressure, but obviously the experience, the transfer over. He was the top guy at that spot in the transfer portal. Bringing a new offensive coordinator, new weapons around him. So a revamped new Oklahoma offense. They're hoping they'll match their defense, and those wins will go up and up and up.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and forcing him outside the pocket. After that, excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback, and you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
Back to throw, it's Mateer. Fires downfield. Touchdown Sooners! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
How about that first drive? The hardest thing to do in college football is win on the road. They're the underdog, coming into a hostile environment. What do? Possession one, go right down the field and shut everybody in this building up.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
Working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. Got a man in the middle, and they get him down.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
He'll get rid of it. He's got an open man. There he goes. Touchdown, Tennessee. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, if he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running, I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Try to get it to the edge. Works his way ahead for 3. They'll spot it at the 18.
You know, I know that wasn't a big gainer, but that's going to set some stuff up later for this offense. Trying to run the football and get it established is huge because play-action pass is a big part of what they try to do when they're throwing the ball.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Mateer. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. They'll give it to the back. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. The Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Makes the catch. It's Tatum. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Trying to get it to the marker. Finding open areas. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Past the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's shown it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, it's gone final in a huge top 25 showdown. Here's how it went down. Illinois came away with the win today, but not in dominant fashion. In fact, the folks in Champaign had to sweat things out for much of the second half. Could have been better, but it certainly could have been worse. Going to be interesting to see what the fallout from this one is for one ranked team, while the other figures to get a bounce when the new rankings come out, guys.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the Vols now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll pull it down and run. And a nice pickup on the run and gets down to avoid contact. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. quarterback making adjustments. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Throws to the wideout. Catches it, passes.
Get this ball.
And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. Breaks into the open. We've seen this from this sophomore. So dangerous after he makes the grab. The Volunteers are moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option to give. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back. In the second quarter. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Going to the run, it's Lewis. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues. Guys, let's take a minute here and look big picture for Tennessee. At this point in the season, you're probably in if the playoff starts today, but it doesn't. A long way to go, and the margins will be extra thin from here on out.
No, because if the season ended today, you're basically right on the cusp outside of the top 5, so you need to keep winning. You need to keep the intensity up, playing with a sense of urgency. For the second half of the season, David, I think that's a massive key for this team.
And it's so hard with young kids, 17, 18, 19, 20 years old, to get them to continue to focus on the game in and game out. Not the rankings, not down the road. That'll be the challenge down the stretch.
And it's picked off at the goal line. That's a way to make a stand.
And he can fill up the hand now with that pick, man. That's number 5 on the season, consistently making plays for his defense. Always a guy where we're going to be calling his name over and over again.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
Change now on 2nd and long. Looking downfield, it's Mateer. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Brings it in down the left side. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. Lethal weapons all over the field. That has been the standard at Oklahoma for several years.
I mean, so many guys, and they built this offense on space and speed, and it's the playmakers out wide. Listen, they've got great quarterbacks, but if you don't have guys outside, they're going to make plays. Obviously, it makes it hard to move the football. These guys, they make it easy.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
Nice move there. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and Nealon on 3rd down. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He'll come through on third downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
And that's a great sign for this offense because this year we know there's been a little bit of inconsistency, and I think the biggest problem has been third down. Right there, nice job executing, running the ball, picking up the first, and keeping this drive alive.
Looking to throw on first down. They're setting up the screen, and they pick up just a few on that completion.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big game.
Oh, that did not go as planned, except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop. Seventh play of the drive coming up, and a long way to go on third down. To the air, it's Mateer. Grabbed over the middle, it's Burks. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Gets it out quickly. Touchdown Sooner! And they take it in for 6 more points. Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. But the offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And how about it, man? Just aggressiveness. When you've already got the lead. You got a comfortable lead. You're sitting pretty, but this offense, actually this coach says, I want more. I want to get this onside kick. And not only do they try it, they get it.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. The give to the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Trying play action. Slings it downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma! They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Aguilar. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Wants to throw on first down. Gets rid of it. With the catch, it's Staley. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The Vols are in the hurry-up. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to scramble. He turns it loose to the left. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense.
And he'll finish the line and the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers.
We needed that. They needed to punch the ball in the end zone. They needed to cut this to a 2-score game, and they needed some positive momentum. Something going on, something to point to at half to say, guys, we got a chance. That drive, they put it together. Nice job by this offense.
He'll bring it out. It's Williams. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll go to the ground. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a ball.
Dropping back, it's Mateer. Got his man on the outside. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming.
This linebacker is a special player because not only is he good making tackles in the open field, this guy can cover. And you saw a great example of it with that running.
Lining up to convert third down.
I'm snapping the ball.
And the quarterback's just going to take a knee.
It's a tough decision, right? When you're backed up, the clock's running down, you like the position you're at going into the half. Some people are more conservative, and some people are aggressive. I prefer the aggressive personally.
So the offense is coming to the line. 4th and long to go, and this is a questionable decision. Trying to keep this drive alive. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Vols will boot it away to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. The play fake on first down to throw. Trying to turning it on. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And it begins.
Fumbles in consecutive weeks coaches don't like that. They start to, you know what happens is the trust factor goes out the window. I don't want to run you as much because I can't trust you as much, especially in big spots. Got to hold on to that football.
Looking for a man. It's Aguilar. Got his man downfield. Touchdown!
And it begins.
And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Thomas. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. That last fumble proved to be costly as they cashed it in for a touchdown.
Yeah, and so this defense now is juiced. They're excited and ready to go. So this offense, David, they've got to get something going.
Yeah, those turnovers can be contagious, man. It gets you excited, and then when your offense takes it down the field and does something with it, this offense better be ready to play against a motivated defense.
And the Sooners with a second and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll snap it from the 26 on first down. They'll give it to him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Wants to throw. It's Mateer. There's the pressure. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Going for the big play. Oh, it's picked off, and boy, did this team need that. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position. They don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Leaves it with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the...
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. Like a Thanksgiving turkey.
defensively, we got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, he might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. Looking for a man, it's Mateer. Just a short pass to the tight end. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabs behind the line. It's Thomas. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Man, oh man, how about that play by the linebacker? I'm thinking, I got to get the run, I got to get the run. Oh, I see the quick pass, now I got to break on it and go catch this really, really fast guy over here. And how about the job he does, getting him on the ground, nowhere to go. Nice closing speed by that linebacker.
Got a good one going here, all tied up in the third. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to set up the screen. Crosses the 45, out of bounds at the 47-yard line, and a solid play there.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. And the missed connection on third down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, converts on fourth down, is still on his feet. Wide open spaces. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
And that's a play the defense has got to be able to make, guys, right there on fourth down. You're in the third quarter, second half. You're playing at home, and it's a close game. You've got a huge opportunity to seize momentum. And you just get the feeling that that momentum is going to be a big factor here in the second half. Someone had to step up and make a play, and they just couldn't get it done.
Touchdown Sooners! And that one will put them up here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the Big Ten. Oregon is ahead early right now, but years past they've had Michael James or Joey Harrington. They don't have that guy this year, and that's why this is tight. They're up by 7 over Kansas. It's an outcome that, if it holds, will have Big Ten fans buzzing all week.
drive will come from the 46. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Mateer. And they're not on the same page there. Chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's up. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and sell it.
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening. We reached the quarter break with Oklahoma on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So 1st down will open up the final period. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
To the air, it's Mateer. Has to throw this off his back foot. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Hey, man, I tell you what, I just love his instincts. You can tell when the ball's being passed, he sees it, and he breaks on the football. That's why he's in the top 10 in interceptions this season. Just such a great feel in the passing game, and you got to be careful when you attack him.
Caught in the backfield, it's Tatum. Brought down at the 37-yard line, and this defense denies them on 3rd down. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Fires to the middle. Here's an interception. Oh, they need that turnover.
Damn it.
Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football. Had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win.
It's a fumble on the play.
Look at God. Look at God.
He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they
Look
will
at God.
take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. The defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can cash it in. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. The Sooners in the hurry-up. They'll try to get the edge on the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
Number 29, set to advance on the football.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Matthews. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They coughed it up on that last drive, but the defense really bailed them out, holding him to a field goal, Jesse.
Yeah, and I think
looking for a deep man. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge
You can't do that, man. That's not allowed.
He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Pocket breaking down. Going to try to get it himself. He scrambled forward and got a few and turned that into a positive play.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To the air, it's Aguilar. Caught over the middle, it's Lewis. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he's stopped, and it'll be 1st down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Rush coming in high, and they got him at the 29. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down. Looking to fire. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Bringing the heat. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. Gets it across the 25. He'll step out at the 26 as his offense tries to grind out some yardage.
And they get the completion, and they get out of bounds, which is obviously important to stop the clock. But what's really important now is it's 4th down. And that made it more manageable. But obviously, the clock is not as important as making sure you get this 4th down conversion.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Great place to start for this offense. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Sooners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver there, it's incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver.
Hell of a fucking hand.
Same page.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Back to throw, it's Hawkins. Fires to the right.
Bro, why is Hawkins in the game is the question. Why is this nigga in the game is the real question. But that was a TD all day. Didn't nobody say nothing about putting this nigga in the fucking game.
Down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range. You're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man. Everybody on an island. Everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up for it.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Complete to the left. He will not get there. They'll turn it over on downs, and that leaves the door open.
You know, offensively in that situation, fourth down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Fires to the wideout.
We'll take that.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Oklahoma! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. On target over the middle. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Looking to throw, it's Aguilar. Fires left. And the defense making a play and getting a hand on that pass. Backed up now, here's second and long.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Catch in the middle.
How are these niggas squeezing it in these little ass pockets? It's just
Defense
killing
right
me,
there, and
bro.
they are set up at the 14. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it in the middle, it's Staley. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. Into the end zone. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day.
Got some decent hats coming out. Nebraska. That's the game we gotta watch. See if they work. He actually got to play that. Hey, that was good. Let's see, Utah.